Lavery's trial, the assistant DA won the first round.
Is it true that Jake Meyer was brought in to add a little razzle-dazzle?
How about having Anna say temporary insanity? Temporary insanity.
All one has all the facts, and Myers is just on his own reputation.
You know, on behalf of the criminal justice system, I want to thank the media for trying this case on its own, thereby saving the court's time and the taxpayers' money.
Come on, Donnelly, we're just repeating the conventional wisdom.
It may be conventional, but it certainly isn't wise.
Well, why not? So enlighten us then. Go ahead.
We're just trying to get a
I
story.
have every confidence that Mrs. Lavery will be cleared.
Well, you care to offer any evidence to support
I'll
your
leave
claim?
that to the defense. Officer, would you please keep this mob away? We have to call the commissioner. Thank you.
All right, court adjourned. Everybody, let's clear the hall. Let's go. Myers, can we get a table for row? Come on, everybody.
Clearing circus out there. Don't let me interrupt.
Oh, no, we were just commiserating.
I was just telling Anna how absolutely maddening it can be to sit through opening statements.
Yeah, I felt really helpless out there.
We'll have your day.
Good.
Listen, Jake and Karen will see that you go free.
Good.
I got permission for you to stay here, at least until the piranhas out in the hall search for other prey.
I don't want to face them, obviously. Do you know where Duke went? I mean, when he was in here, he was talking to Sean. He kind of looked a little concerned. Do you know where he went?
No. Sean said something about Robert having a new lead. I called Robert's office. He had already left. I'll see what I can find out.
Why would he look so grim if it's a new lead?
Maybe he's just worried. Maybe the two of them are working together.
I doubt it.
Well, we'll figure all this out later. I got a ton of things to do. Okay. I'll talk to you later.
Jake, do you know where you're going to stay while you're in town?
No, not yet.
There's plenty of room at the Brownstone.
No, well, we'll work all this out later, okay? Anna?
Yes.
Hang tough. Only just been that fight.
All right.
What the hell was that all about?
Scorpio and Lewis took off like there was a house
For a
on fire.
case heating up.
Without a word to us.
As usual.
If both the commissioner and the police chief are in on this deal, you can bet this is page 1 material.
Yeah, what we need around here is more informed sources.
Yeah, who like to talk.
Lavery! No comment. No comment.
Where was Lewis's Lavery? What's going on?
Lavery, has there been a break in your wife's case?
Yeah, I hope so, yeah.
Have you found any new suspects?
Why don't you go ask Scorpio? I'll be anxious to hear what he says as much as you are.
Now, wait a minute.
Hell is Sam and our backup. They should have left right after we did. Let me go check on it.
No gunfire. Make sure everybody understands that, okay?
Only self-defense.
These two are no good to me dead. I want Cheryl and her accomplice alive.
An emergency. It's not kosher meeting out in the open like this.
I told Robert.
Everything?
He knows that I was on the balcony, and he knows that I fired 2 shots.
Why? Why couldn't you trust me? After the 1,000 times I explained it to you, why did you have to blow it off because you were hysterical?
Anna go to prison.
Well, now she will. Or you might go in her place.
No.
Honey, you've as much as admitted to the police commissioner that you shot him.
I was right to trust Robert. He believes that I'm innocent.
How do you know?
He told me.
Ah, great. I suppose he's going to give me the same benefit of the doubt.
You don't need the benefit of the doubt.
How do you know?
Because I didn't tell him about you. I told you I wouldn't. He doesn't know you were on the balcony. He doesn't even know you're alive.
Okay. I'm not going to let you go through this alone.
You don't have any choice. I have already confessed. Now just go and take care of yourself.
Oh, forget it. Think again. I'm not going anywhere.
Julian, please, get out of here. I can't stand to see you mixed up in this.
I'm mixed up in it.
But you and I are the only ones that know that, and I intend to keep it that way. Now get out of town before Robert finds out. It's only a matter of time. You can't do anything for me, so save yourself.
telling me the commissioner is gone is not good enough. I have to know where he went.
I just can't tell you that, Sean. I don't know.
Can't or won't?
I really don't know where the commissioner went.
All right. Did he leave a message for me? Anything?
I think you know I'd help you in any way I possibly can. Wait a minute, hold on a second. I think you may have found something here.
What is it?
Well, it's a note that I found on the commissioner's desk. It says,
Cheryl, an accomplice, Pier 6. I don't know if that's what we're looking for, but
I think it's a best shot.
That has to be it. Thanks.
Hi, Annie. I just checked my messages. Cheryl called. She sounded very upset as usual, which is...
I can't blame her.
Why? Do you know why she's upset? Sean, you know why she's upset? Come on, tell me. You know...
Hey, I am breaking every rule in the book, not to mention a friend's confidence by telling you this, but I think you have every right to know. And it's better that you hear it from me instead of from some police report.
Police report? What are you talking about?
Cheryl confessed to trying to kill Olivia. She had a talk with Robert. I read his notes on that conversation. She admitted to being out on the balcony with a gun the night Olivia was shot. She claimed she fired twice. No, honey, I'm only telling you what she said.
I don't believe what you... but that doesn't make any sense. There has to be an explanation for this. You know she's not going to shoot.
Robert agrees with you. He feels that someone else is involved.
Who?
Someone that Cheryl was obviously protecting. Presumably that would be murder.
Well, Cheryl's protecting a murderer over animals?
Honey, just take it easy. I mean, you're getting upset.
I'm upset. Of course I'm upset. What are you talking about? We're talking about my sister confesses to something that I don't think she did. Of course you wouldn't.
The only thing we can do right now with this is let it ride. Let it ride
well,
itself.
I'm calling Robert. I'm going to find out what in the world...
Honey. Robert is not letting us out. He's following up on his hunch. Hopefully we'll have some answers soon.
Yeah, well, I hope we do.
Look, you think you'd be okay by yourself for a while?
Oh, where are you going?
I want to go over to headquarters, see if I can find out anything else. No, look, if you need...
No, you go. You go find out whatever you can, and then let me know the minute you hear anything. Get this thing straightened out right now.
I will. You're
Okay.
first, okay?
Okay.
I promise.
listen, I don't want to argue about it anymore. I'm not going to let you do this alone. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going with you.
I'm staying here.
Well, so am I.
Julian, you don't have to do this.
Yes, I do.
Get ourselves into this
That
mess.
doesn't really matter now. What are we going to do to get out of it?
I don't know.
Listen, Justice can be gone. We can leave now. In 2 hours, we can be on a plane going west. Don't make me talk a lot of gook to you. We can have the life we wanted. We can make it work. Just trust me.
So you got held up, but the traffic was really bad, and we didn't want to turn the sirens on because we scare them off.
We got officers posted all over the area.
Do I understand not to shoot?
Yeah, you know the drill.
All the exits covered.
Yeah, except the harbor. These two are so desperate they're going to swim for it, they won't go too far.
And what are we waiting for?
It's your move. Whenever you're ready.
Let's get this out.
Sheriff, I want to... No! No! Hey! No! Keep all these people back! What happened?
Listen, we'll discuss this.
Who's that with Cheryl? This is police business, but why didn't you arrest her and her accomplice before now?
This fool, will you? Sam, come
Hey,
here.
listen, I made this my business now. You're not sending my wife to the other...
Listen, APB out right away on Julian, Jerome, and Cheryl. All right, immediately. Very much so. I'm convinced he was the one on the balcony. Now listen. Listen, I'm convinced he is our boy. Now move it, will you?
Hands off the hook, then?
Maybe.
I wonder what it's like out there now. You know, I know you want to go home.
I don't mind staying.
No, really, you don't have to stay on my behalf. Please, I mean it.
I do have things to take care of. Why don't I see what the situation is outside? It's empty except for the sill.
Why is Tiffany still here?
I don't know, but if you don't have anything else, I'd just...
Yeah, okay. Thanks for everything. I'll see you tomorrow.
Anna, keep your spirits up. It's not over.
Hi, Tiffany. Oh, hi, Anna.
I was just thinking about you.
Oh, you were?
Yeah,
Can she come in? She's a friend of mine. Is that all right?
All right, just for a few minutes.
Oh, well, I was thinking about really, I've got to go. I've got some things I need to do.
Oh, you did? I'd like to hear about someone else's problems for a change.
Okay, just a minute. I'll have to check your handbag here. All right, thank you.
I hope this isn't all about me, is it?
Oh, you got enough to worry about. Don't just forget about me, okay?
No. You're a good friend. You and Charlotte have been very good to me. And you've gone through a lot because of this court case. You postponed your wedding, and now Cheryl doesn't see Robert at all, I'm sure.
Oh, Anna, I don't know.
What's the matter? I'd like to help if I can. What is it?
Well, I really need to tell somebody, and you're going to find out, and Cheryl has confessed.
What?
Yeah, well, I just spoke to Sean. Apparently, she admitted to Robert that she was out on the balcony the night that Olivia was shot, and she said she fired at her twice.
Cheryl? Yeah. Cheryl shot Olivia. And then she set me up?
I know. I don't... according to Sean, Robert doesn't think that she even shot her. He thinks that she's just like, I don't know, like covering for somebody else.
Who?
Well, I don't know who. I mean, it's hard for me to even think that she's even involved in something like this.
Well, why wasn't I told about this? Does Robert know about this? Or doesn't he think I'd like to know? Where's Cheryl now?
You know, I really shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have come in here. I knew I shouldn't. Forget that I said anything. Okay, just forget.
Forget there's evidence clearing me and that nobody bothered to tell me.
Please, Anna, please. I would give anything. I would give anything to see you freed. But I didn't want to see my sister go to prison for anything. I just hope the whole thing's a mistake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
JPB is out, Commissioner.
Robert, Jerome must have had a car stashed someplace for a quick getaway.
No sign anywhere on the docks?
Not a trace.
All right, let's do the usual. Bus stations, airports, train stations. Anyone remotely resembling these people is to be picked up, all right?
Yes, sir.
One of them was hit. You better check the hospitals. They may decide to seek some medical care. Off you go.
Okay.
Robert, look, I know this thing is eating you up.
Forget
Want me
it,
to take
Lois?
it over? I will.
Forget it. Whatever happened in the past is over. She's a fugitive now. It's my job to bring her in, and I will. You find her and her boyfriend, and you find them tonight.
Be safe here. Car's way up in the woods. Nobody's gonna see it. Okay. Calm down now. Easy, easy, easy.
Oh, what are we gonna do?
I'm gonna stay here and get this thing cleaned out.
Julian, we can't hide here forever. We should have stayed on the pier. What is Robert gonna think?
I'm really not worried about him right now. Okay. I'm gonna look at him.
Oh!
All right, okay. Listen. It's a lot better than I thought. You didn't take the bullet. It just grazed you. This is gonna be fine. I got some towels and antiseptic. We'll get it cleaned up, put a bandage on it, and it'll be fine, all right? It's gonna hurt like hell. Okay. Try and relax, all right? Here. Put your leg. All right, I'm gonna go get the stuff. Try and relax. Nobody can hurt us here, as long as we stick together.
Can you get me the Port Charles Police Department? I need to speak to the Port Charles Police Department.
What are you doing? What are you... You out of your mind or what? What are we trying to do?
I'm calling Robert!
Why?
For help!
What kind of help? Get over here. What, more help like I gave you on the pier, huh? Get over here.
It was a mistake!
It was not a mistake! The mistake was yours, trusting him in the first place.
No, it wasn't.
Honey, you never believed a word you said.
Yes, he did.
What, do you think the cops were down on the dock doing target practice?
It was a coincidence.
It was a set-up! A set-up. You ever heard of that?
Robert believes that I'm innocent.
What do you think he's going to tell you? What do you think he's going to tell you if he's going to use you?
He wouldn't have let me go if he thought I was lying.
I mean, of course he would. If he knew you were going to lead him directly to me, and you did. The man's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. He's one step ahead of us the whole time. All he needed was for you to lead him to me.
Robert's just trying to find out the truth.
Sure it's not. He's trying to get his ex-wife off. How many times do I have to spell that out for you? He hasn't figured out whose gun shot Olivia. And the trial's on, baby, so it's time to pick a suspect. He's going to get the woman off. If he has to frame you and me to do that, I promise you he will. Oh, God. Look. This isn't very pretty. I know you're angry. But you gotta face this. The guy doesn't give a damn about you, or he wouldn't have done this. Now, just please think about it. Think about it a second. Before you go trusting us into a worse mess than we're already in. Please, honey.
I see. Southside too? All right, stay on it. They may still show up. Nothing. Nobody fitting either description has been admitted to any of the local hospitals.
Well, Cheryl or Julian were hit. Maybe both. I don't know. Perhaps they're taking care of the wound themselves.
Sure, they're probably afraid of being spotted at a hospital.
Either that or maybe the wound wasn't bad enough. Or maybe it was so bad that they'd rather die rather than be discovered. What's happening with the Jerome people? The house?
Well, I dispatched a surveillance team there immediately after Cheryl and Julian bolted. So far, we've come up with nothing.
Beef up all patrols. I want every available man on that job. Plus, every minute that goes by, they may be deeper in hiding. Get on it.
All right.
So, how we doing?
How we doing? You heard? Not a trace.
I'm not talking about the investigation. I'm talking about my old friend. How's he holding up?
Oh, your old friend's a gilt-edged fool.
That's why they put racers on pencils, old buddy.
Could I have been so blasted gullible?
Come on, love can do that to you.
Not me, I'm a cop. Things like that just don't happen.
Hey, don't confuse what you do for a living with the way you feel. They don't compare.
She's been conning me. She's been conning me for weeks. God knows how long.
And you still don't believe that she shot Olivia or set Anna, do you?
No. Well, I believe that she's lied to me repeatedly about her feelings. But she also withheld information that could have cleared Anna.
But that's not all of it, is it?
No. Yeah. I guess the thing that's really sticking in my craw here is the fact she did all this just to protect the Jerome kid. Scorpio. What? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, tell her I'll be there soon.
All right, what now?
Might have known it wouldn't take Anna long to hear about all of this.
Ooh, she wants an explanation, huh?
Yeah.
I certainly don't envy you that conversation.
What's one more?
Hey, come on. Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe Cheryl and Julian will surface before you have to face her.
Well, they better do it soon. The one bright spot about all of this is that Duke doesn't know who she was meeting out there in the pier. I mean, if he ever finds out it was Julian, well, let's face it, this whole case is a big enough mess as it is.
Boss, am I glad to see you. Listen, what's going on? Boss, what's going on around here?
What do you mean?
There's cops all over the penthouses. Is Cheryl in trouble or what?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, boss. This is serious.
It's about time somebody got serious, don't you think?
But listen, boss, you want my opinion?
No, I don't want your...
I'm going to give it to you anyway. Listen to me, boss, please. If there's a problem, let Scorpio handle it, okay?
Here's the problem.
That's not for him, is it?
My wife is about to go to prison for a crime she didn't commit. I stood by and done nothing. This time I acted. If Robert Scorpio can't save Anna, I certainly can.
Boss, wait a minute. Boss, let's talk about it.
Is it coming?
Well, I think it was more like an order than a request.
Are you surprised?
Well, frankly, nothing surprises me about your case anymore.
Is this my case? Or is it somebody else's?
How much do you know?
I don't know anything. I just happened to speak to Tiffany. She's spoken to Sean. Sean spoke to you. So I got this fourth hand.
Who's counting?
Me. Me. Don't you think I'd want this first hand, seeing as it's my neck on the line?
That may be about to change quite soon.
Cheryl's confession means that I'm cleared.
Not yet, but we're getting there.
She says she fired 2 shots from the balcony. Is that right?
Yeah. She's protecting someone, Anna. She wouldn't admit that, but I can tell.
Who?
She wouldn't say.
But you know. Well, I would like to know whose crime I'm paying for right now.
Her companion on the balcony that evening was Julian Jerome.
What?
He's alive, Anna. He's involved in this up to his neck.
How can he be alive? He's alive?
I haven't had the chance to interrogate him yet.
But you think he shot Olivia?
Well, I'm as convinced as I can be without hard evidence.
But you think he shot her? Well, what the hell am I doing still in here, then?
That's a long story.
Oh, please bore me. I mean, I think I've got the time, haven't I? Do you have the other 2 in custody?
Not at the moment.
What are you waiting for?
We had Cheryl.
Oh, you lost her? Robert? But why do I get the feeling that suddenly my life is coming to an end and you just don't have the guts to tell me?
I had a plan. It didn't quite work out.
Really? What happened?
Well, I let Cheryl go. At least that's what I wanted to think. Put a tail on her. figuring that she'd lead us straight to the Jerome kid. All right. That part worked out quite well.
So they met, did they?
On the docks early this evening.
But you didn't get them?
No.
Why?
Because your busybody husband belonged into the trap that we'd set and sprung it. Now, if he'd kept his bid out, we would have had them both in custody by now.
Victor, Rome wasn't built in one day.
I don't want to settle down, sweetheart. I feel strong.
But why do you have to overdo it? That's not wise.
So what if I wind up in the hospital? It beats prison, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Trouble, boss.
So what else is no good?
This is big time.
What is it?
The police have surrounded the grounds. There's cop cars all over the place. What's going on?
Well, if I know.
Maybe I can explain. Don't make one move. Don't give me the excuse I need.
All right, Phil. It's good to see you, Duke. Although I can't say I'm very fond of the calling card you got in your hand.
I'll ram it down your bloody throat if you don't cooperate.
Hey, kiddo. I'm all yours.
Okay, send the playmates outside. Send them for milk and cookies. Tell them not to make one false move, because believe me, old man, you'll be the first one to hit the ground.
All right, you go on.
No, I'm not going to
Get out! You go on now. Duke isn't going to hurt me.
Go on.
Now, where were we?
You're going about quite nicely. Don't do anything to spoil your progress.
Hey, kiddo, what's making you so upset?
Guess.
I haven't the faintest idea.
Okay, I'll tell you. But stop me if you've heard it before. My wife and I have been to hell and back in the past year. She almost died. Our unborn child didn't even get a chance to see this world. It's all because of your son.
Because of Julian. How can you hold him responsible for your troubles? Duke, he's been dead for nearly a year.
And he won't mind if I pay him back for all the mess he's caused me and my family.
Duke, you're not making sense.
Why do you say the act, old man? Julian's alive. I know it. You know. The only thing I don't know is where he is. Now, you're going to tell me now. Tell me where he is.
You know that as well as I do. If I could have protected him, he would be here today.
That's a lie!
He died, Duke, saving your life. Now you come busting in here, waving that gun around like a stark-raving lunatic, or else, I don't know, you're playing some kind of cruel joke?
No. The joke's on me. Only thing, it took a year for me to get it. Now, do you want some real laughs? Why did we exchange some lies about Julian's dream? Do you think your son set out deliberately to ruin me and my family, or do you think it was just some byproduct of some old, not a noble endeavor of his?
I will not listen to slander of my son.
Slander? You can't slander people who are beneath any insult. Julian will not send my wife to prison. Now, you tell me, old man, where is he? You tell me now, or else I'll kill you. And I'll bring your dead son back to life.
I swear, Duke, I don't know what you're talking about. If Julian has come back from the grave, he certainly hasn't contacted me.
Well, you better give him a message from me. Better tell him to turn himself into the police. That way he'll be safe from me. But if I find him before you do, he's a dead man.
What did you do to him? Victor! Victor, are you all right?
I will be. As soon as I've called Julian to warn him.
All right. Here we go. I just need a little tape here. A little tape. Breathe. Breathe.
No answer.
What does it mean? Is that good?
It is. If Julian finally took my advice and got out of town, God help him. If his only choice is between Lavery and Scorpio.
Now you're blaming my husband.
He blew the entire setup.
No, he didn't. You blew it. You blew it because you let your feelings get in the way of your judgment. But why didn't you hold on to your precious girlfriend and force her to tell us where Julian is? Now we don't know where either of them are.
We will if your husband will ever let us.
He was forced into taking things into his own
By
hands.
what? His own stupidity?
No, your stupidity.
First and foremost, Anna, I happen to be the police commissioner.
Yeah, you could have fooled me.
I know my job, and he had no right to interfere.
He wasn't interfering. He was just doing your job.
I can handle my job.
Then why am I still here And I'm not at home with my little daughter.
Nobody wants to reunite you two more than I do.
My husband, maybe. I don't think the police commissioner does.
If your husband interferes one more time, I'm going to have him arrested.
Why don't you just arrest everybody, Robert? Put them all behind bars. Everybody, that is, except the culprits. I think the only way you stay out of jail in this town is if you commit a crime.
Look, Anna, I'm real sorry that what's happened has happened. I'm doing all I can to remedy it.
Don't do me any favors. Don't do me any favors. I'm going to go back to my seat. I always stood by you. Always. If ever there's been a problem, if ever your name was in doubt, I've always been there. I'll stand up for you right down the line. See, so fair, so objective. I think I'm being sold down the line.
Commissioner, there's been a development at the Jerome house.
What sort of a development? Have him brought to my office the minute I get here.
Yes, sir.
May I ask, have you got Julian?
No. We picked up your well-meaning husband.
What for?
A short time ago, he went to pay Victor Jerome a visit. He went armed.
Is he all right?
Well, no one's been shot. But the minute he gets to my office, he might wish he was dead. That I can promise you.
Ready?
Look. I'm going to ask a favor. I know it's against the rules, but I have to ask you.
Then
Please.
don't ask.
Please. I think something's wrong with my husband, and I need to make a phone call.
Okay, one call, a short one.
Feel better? I know. I've been betrayed before, too. Makes you feel angry and foolish. I know you know it was a mistake to go to Scorpio. Trust is all we've got, finally. To know who we have in the world, who really loves us. You could have gone to Scorpio and told him the whole story. It'd been easy. But you didn't. You kept my name out of it because you love me. There aren't many people in the world that I could depend on to do that. Thank you. I love you, sweetheart.
Bloody hell. You should be out trying to find Julian shows on a man. Leave me alone.
Found this on it.
Thank you. That'll be all. You want to tell me what you were doing over at Victor's with a loaded gun?
Trying to get answers like what you should be doing.
How did you find out about Julian?
What difference does it make?
It makes all the difference if you happen to know something that I don't.
What, so you can avoid the issue of the real problem, is that it?
The problem is mine, not yours.
I'm getting a bit fed up with this official force of yours. You strut about like a bloody peacock, barking out orders, pretending you really care to get suspects, and that's the last thing in your mind.
What I want is you out of my hair, Lavery.
And who's going to watch for crooked cops? That's what you call an officer of the law, isn't it? When he allows a suspect to go free because she happens to be his lover. You'd do anything to keep Cheryl out of jail, am I right?
Listen to me! I'll say this once. For your sake and your wife's, you don't run around pointing guns at mob kingpins. Otherwise, you're going to wind up sleeping with the fishes.
Don't waste your time worrying about me, sir. I can take care of myself.
If you could, you wouldn't be here. Now, I'll try to make this real simple for you. You interfere in my business one more time, I'll accommodate you at the expense of the city. Then you can sit in jail all day and hold hands with your wife.
If you're really serious about finding Julian, Why don't you start at the most obvious place? Go talk to his father.
Don't tell me how to do my job, Lavery.
And he'll probably tell you that he doesn't know anything, but you can take that with a pinch of salt. Same as you can take the fact he'll tell you he's an invalid and can't get around without a wheelchair.
They really put you in the crossfire this time, haven't they?
I didn't take this job to make any friends.
You didn't take it to lose any either, did you?
That really can't be helped. Look, all I really want to do is pin Cheryl and the Jerome kid and find out once and for all what happened that fateful night in the St. John apartment. I just need some time.
I just hope I can give it to you. After watching that jury today, I wouldn't count on winning this case in court. If Anna's going to be saved, it's up to you, Robert.